Hey, I have an audience today. Hey Run Junkies, how many days in a row have you been stumped for what to fix for dinner? For me, there's always that challenge of eating healthy and also making something that my kid is gonna eat. Yes, I'm talking about you. I've tried several systems like pre-made freezer meals, which actually worked for a long time, but then it started getting tedious when I had a full day of trying to figure out what to make, what to go buy, spending that day and shopping and prepping and doing all of the work, and it just got to be too much. It got to be overwhelming. My response to that overwhelm was to give in and order pizza several days in a row. Like a lot. I ordered a lot of pizza. And I knew that that was not sustainable, not only financially, but healthy eating wise. So I decided to make a change and I started looking into home meal delivery services. It seems like there are dozens of these brands out there like HelloFresh and Blue Apron and Sunbasket, but I decided to go with Home Chef. The reason I chose Home Chef was because I just read an article and it ranked them, it reviewed all of these different brands, and Home Chef was rated at the top. Now here's how Home Chef works. I selected the number of people I'm feeding and the number of meals I'll prepare in a week. I also specify if we have any allergies or other preferences for our meals. If I do nothing on my account each week, Home Chef will just deliver me 3 meals that fit those criteria. However, I can go in and make changes, either add or subtract or skip meals altogether, which makes this a convenient and very simple method of feeding my family. Then I receive a meal on my front doorstep. And this box is really heavy, not just because I have food in here, but also because it's well insulated. So let's open this box. All right, what is in the box? I forgot what I ordered. You order your meals more than a week ahead of time. They will close your order period 1 week before they ship it. So you have about 10 days to almost 2 weeks in which you have time to forget what you ordered. But this is the packaging. So when we first get in here, these are your ice packs. There are a ton of them, but it's all well packed and all of the packing material is recyclable, which is great. Before I see what I ordered, I'm gonna look at my recipe cards. Each week you get the recipe cards with every single recipe that you order. So I ordered grilled pork tenderloin with fresh kiwi salsa, mozzarella stuffed meatball sliders, Denver omelet breakfast muffins. I decided I was gonna try one of their breakfast options. Crispy onion chicken, and hot honey salmon. Now, the great thing about these recipe cards is that they have 3 rings on them, so you can put them in a binder, and they send you the binder with your first order. There are a ton of recipes in here. Bam, check that out. The nice thing about this is that I can go back and make my favorites again, because even though they have all of the ingredients in here, they also tell you how much you need to make this recipe again. So it's not like one and done. I can go back and use this recipe all over again. Now, really the only thing you need is the cookware, olive oil, salt, and pepper. They send everything else. So each of these bags contains all of the ingredients except for the meat. So this is the Denver omelet breakfast muffins. Now, they can't really send eggs, so I think what they have in here is an egg substitute or some kind of already blended egg. That's typically what I've seen so far. But these are all in these handy bags. Denver omelet breakfast muffins. What's this? Grilled pork tenderloin with fresh kiwi salsa. Crispy onion chicken. The nice thing about the meatball sliders is you're making your own Parmesan fries, which is why you have so many potatoes. Okay, then you have, oh look, an ear of corn. Must be summer. Last one should be the hot honey salmon. So again, this is everything except the meat. So all of this just goes into the fruit and veggie drawer in my fridge. Now, one thing that I make a note of every time I get these cards is that they will tell you how soon you need to cook them. So 5 days for the meatball sliders, 5 days for the breakfast muffins, and so on. Sometimes if it's fish, it might be 3 days. Yes, the hot honey salmon is 3 days. and but the grilled pork tenderloin is 6 days. So I typically will eat these in the order that they will expire. Then at the bottom of the box, we have the meat. Now see, look at how many of these there are. See? But all of it comes in its separate bag, so I can keep all of this in the meat drawer until I need it. Now again, all of this insulated packing material is like this big pillow. It's designed to be recycled. So I just throw all of this in the big recycling bin. And these packets are, I believe, some kind of saline mixture. So when the saline gets cold, it does freeze and it stays cold for a very long time. But that also means it's water soluble. So when you get 6 or 8 of these in each box, what do you do with them? Well, you can just cut them open and melt them down the sink. Again, they're biodegradable and they don't hurt your pipes or the environment. Nice. Making these meals is really fun because I love to cook. I just don't like the shopping, the figuring out what to make, and the cleanup after. I love to create things in the kitchen. I just really don't like to clean up after it. The other thing is that these are all pre-measured ingredients. I don't have to go hunting for measuring cups or spoons. It's all done already. My fiance Dave and I will make these meals together, and it's a lot of fun to have him working the meat station and I'll be working the veggie station. It's kind of fun. We get to do this together. As far as the meals themselves go, we've had more hits than misses, and my son is actually starting to try new things. He's over there going like this. Our biggest success so far was finding out that he likes roasted beets. So score 1 for Home Chef. Otherwise, in the 2 months that I've been getting these meals, we've only had a handful that haven't really worked for us, but otherwise they are really good and they're healthy. One complaint that I do have, and it's really not a big deal, but they send either shallots or onions with every single meal. I'm not a big fan of either. I do like it for some added flavor, but even after it's cooked, I will kind of pick the onions and shallots out of it. We have been eating healthier rather than going out for dinner, and the cost per meal per person is about $10, which may seem pricey, but if you eliminate all of the running around and the time spent prepping, shopping, it's actually worth it to me to just remove all of that brain damage, and I don't have to think about what's for dinner. I just pull something out of the fridge. I've also had to throw away a lot of produce if I buy it at the store, and then I have to throw it out because it doesn't all get used. With a meal delivery service like this, I don't have to do that. It just gives me exactly what I need and I'm not wasting any food. And I have noticed that the meal portions are big enough for 2 people, which means me and my son with a little bit of leftover. And if Dave comes and joins us for dinner, all we need to do is add a carb or a salad and we can stretch that 2 servings to 3. Overall, I'm enjoying Home Chef and I'm definitely using it for as long as it serves its purpose. It takes the guesswork out of dinner and sometimes even lunch or breakfast, because I will order a salad, some kind of lunch salad, make it at the beginning of the week, and it stretches out for a couple of days. Head over to gofindyourawesome.com if you want to see a list of some of my favorite recipes, and let me know what you think. Do you get meals delivered? And if so, which service do you use? Drop questions and comments in the box below, and as always, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Also subscribe. I've got more nutrition information coming up for you this month. That's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Get out there, go find your awesome. We'll see you next time, and until then, happy eating. Grilled pork tenderloin, mozzarella stuffed meatball sliders. That's what he's picking. That right there. Nom, 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 nom. What if we eat them before you? What if we eat them when you're not here?